Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hayden Be Grilling. But today's not just any other episode. Today is Father's Day. I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Thank you guys for all that you do. But today we're going to be doing some dino ribs. I've wanted to do these for a very long time since I saw them on Meat Church website. They look amazing, and according to Mr. Pittman, these are the king of barbecue. So we're going to see if we can crush it. Let's get started. Look at these two big, beautiful ribs here. So, I mean, absolutely beautiful, folks. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go through first and pat it dry. It's just patting the blood from the packaging off. Now, if this was pork, we would absolutely remove this membrane off the back. But with beef, it's not as big a deal. First time making dino ribs, not gonna lie, but watched Meat Church, and the first time I watched Meat Church do this, I knew I wanted to try these ribs, but he said that it's not important, or you don't have to remove the membrane from the beef rib. So we're gonna let it ride. We're gonna flip these over though. And there really is not much trimming that needs to be done on these. Like right here, there's some little bit thicker fat right here that needs to be trimmed up. So we're gonna get some of that off. The big thing is when you're trimming these up, what you don't wanna do is get into the meat. I mean, these things are beautiful chunks of meat. So what I don't want to do is get into the meat. But I do want to get like this harder fat like that right there off. That's what I do want to remove. So we're just going to kind of come along right about like this. Just kind of shave that off. There we go. I like that right there. That silver skin, I'm not really going to worry with the silver skin. Silver skin in beef isn't like silver skin on wild game. Wild game, that silver skin is what holds the gamey taste. Not the case here with beef. So we're going to leave it and just trim this hard fat here off. Now for this, there's a number of different seasonings you can use, but I'm going to try to keep this a more traditional Texas barbecue. That being said, traditional Texas barbecue salt, pepper, I'm going to use old Gangsteer. Love Gangsteer on beef. This right here, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic. So we're going to season these up, and we're going to season them pretty heavy. And you notice we're not using a binder. That would be optional. Your choice. I'm kind of following along here with what Mr. Pittman did, because I've never done these before. All right, folks, so we've got these beautiful chunks of meat seasoned up. What we're gonna do, we're gonna let them sit out here for about 30-40 minutes. Let them sit at room temperature, let them start to sweat, really soak in that seasoning. And while these things are sitting there soaking in that seasoning, the beef ribs are also known as plate ribs or dino ribs, Alpha 123 or A123. I mean, different names for them, but like I said, I've wanted to try these for so long. And Grillmaster Barbecue Supply and Seasoning had them available. And I'm telling y'all, for what the cost, I would definitely go back to Grillmaster. Can't beat the price. Can't beat that big chunk of meat. So if y'all are anywhere close to Paragould, I'm telling you, hit up them on their Facebook page. So as you can see, we're rolling through the smoke cycle right now. I love the smell of that smoke. But once it runs through that cycle, we're going to go for 250 degrees for the temperature, cooking temperature. That's about that time, folks. We're going to go ahead and get these bad boys on the smoker. There we go. Set that one right there. Set except this one right here. Kind of separating just a little bit there. But I want the membrane side down. But we're going to lower the lid, and we're going to monitor our internal temperatures with the old ThermoPro here. Alright, so we got our 2 ribs. I got my meat probe in that one. This one here, I want to check it. Look at that. That's called the jiggle effect. When you're doing the beef ribs, that's what you're going for. We're sitting at 206. I really want this to get up to 208 to 210. Yeah, so we're going to let this one go a couple more, or until it reaches that temperature. Hey, now I do apologize, folks. I'm nasty. I really thought I was going to put these on and mow the yard. Well, the belt broke on the mower, getting that fixed, so it was good and hot when I mowed. But we're going to continue to monitor these. But also, I want to touch on Z-Grills real quick. I've had this thing for about a year now, folks. We've cooked everything on this, from tuna, shrimp, crackers, those candied crackers, cream cheese, steaks, ribs, brisket. I mean, we've cooked so much on this Z-Grills, and it has not let me down, not one time. The one error message I got was my fault because it run out of pellets. So I encourage you guys, if you're in the market for a Z-Grills, or for a pellet smoker rather, check out Z-Grills. I will post a link. Check out, they've always got sales going, some really good sales too. And so give them a try, give them a look. I have zero fear that this thing is not going to work. It has performed every time, and I know that it will for you as well. So give them a check. All right, folks, you know, we're going to go ahead. All right, so I mentioned it before. You see how it jiggles? That's what you're looking for with these beef ribs. So we're going to put this in here. We're at 207. We're going to go ahead and pull this because I don't want to try to take it to 208, 210 and let it surpass that jiggle stage, if that makes sense. So we're going to pull that one, wrap it in aluminum foil. We're going to put it in our cooler here, insulate it, and let it rest. So with a brisket, you want to let it rest a couple hours. With these, you really only need to let it rest about 45 minutes. But we're not ready for to eat yet because we still got one on, plus we're not eating until later. So I did like I did with the brisket. I wrapped this one though with aluminum foil. I put me a towel in the bottom of a cooler, and then put another towel over the top of it, insulate it. So trying to keep the heat up on it. So we're going to continue to let this last one here cook. So this ThermoPro here was reading 210, which is where we want to be. But I'm going to double check it with our ThermoPro Lightning real quick. I want to see if we're at that jiggle. Almost there. Showing 202, 203. So we're going to let this ride a little bit longer. All right, folks, we're going to give these a check. That ThermoPro there is saying 211. So we're going to raise the lid, see if they got that jiggle to them. Look pretty jiggly to me. 210, right on the button. So we're going to pull these bad boys. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little concerned that when I try to pick this up, the bones are going to fall out the bottom. Look at that one. But we're going to get this wrapped up in aluminum foil, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, so we just got, this is the smaller one. Just got it in the house, unwrapped it. Kind of want to get it set up here and show you guys this. We got company coming over. Got to be careful with these because they are tender, and I'm scared if I mess with them too much, they're going to fall apart. All right, so now this is that last one that we just pulled off, and I really got to be careful with it. Look at there, huh? All right, let me get this other glove on real quick because that one there is still warm. I'm not gonna do all of them, but I want to do the old the test here. See, earlier when I said jiggle, I wasn't joking, I was being for real. See how this one's got that jiggle to it? This one's got a little bit, not as much. But this is what we're gonna try and do here. Very little effort. There's the bone. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and slice into this end here. I'm gonna picked up a brisket knife the other day. So we're gonna do, I just wanna cut it right along here. Look at that, the juices. Now remember, when we first started, I said you ain't gotta pull that membrane off like you do with pork. But now that it's cooked, what I wanna do is I just trim that whole piece off. I wanna knock this membrane off the back side here. I'm gonna do it on both of them. Now with these, you can either serve them up whole, like whole slices of rib, or you can cut them in little bite-sized chunks like this. Smelling this thing all day, I'm ready for that all-important taste test. Hey folks, do a quick wrap up. As I was taking the all-important taste test, the company showed up, so we stepped out the grilling shack. That's very good, so worth the wait. I've been wanting to do these beef ribs for a very long time now. Finally saw them, cannot thank Grill Master enough. They had them on their weekly pickup. Amazing. And that seasoning from the Gangsteer, folks, oh, that's so good on beef. And I'm telling y'all, if you're interested in a pellet smoker, check out Z Grills. These things, they make life so much easier, because while this thing was cooking all day, I was out mowing the yard, putting new belts on the mower, what have you. So y'all please let me know what you think of the video. Y'all please like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.